Hello and welcome to today's science lesson. So first of all, guys, can we all turn to wave and say a big hello to our friends on camera? Hello. Hello. And we'll begin by doing our meditation sequence. So I will sit down, take 2 fingers, find our heart center, left hand on our laps and close our eyes. And when you're ready, guys, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. And next we'll do our stretch sequence. So let's stand up and push in our chairs. And we can begin by stretching up high to the sky. And then let's go down low, touch our toes. And we can go back up high one more time. And this time, can we go tippy-toe high? And while we're there, let's have a wave, side to side. And then we can go down, touch our toes once more. Stand up straight. Hands on hips. Let's have a wiggle side to side. Stop. And now another wiggle. Stop. Forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards. And stop. And now we can go round and round. Round and round and stop. And now back the other way. Round and round the other way. Excellent, guys. And to finish, we will do 5 claps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. So in today's science class, we're going to be learning about a different type of living thing. Something that we've looked at already, but now we're moving on from plants to our next category. And these type of living things are everywhere. We can see them in the fields. We can see them in the air. We can see them in the water, in the seas. Birds in the air. Fish and sharks in the sea. And maybe cows or chickens in the field. So what are all of these different type of living things? Beginning with A. Animals. Excellent. Very well done. The next category of living things that we're going to take a look at are animals. So let's write animals on the board, guys. A, N, I, M, A, L, S. Animals. Animals is the general term we use for all of the different living things on the planet. And in today's lesson, we're going to be having an introduction. So we write introduction too. I-N-T-R-O-D-U-C-T-I-O-N. Animals, introduction. So who can give me an example of some types of animals? Cat. Okay, cat is a very well-known type of animal. K-A-T, cat. Now, how many legs does a cat have? 4 legs. How many tails does a cat have? 1 tail. How many, let me see, how many horns does a cat have? None. 2 horns, a cat? No horns. No horns on a cat. But how about, somebody else said, a dog? How do we spell dog? D-O-G. Okay, how many legs does a dog have? 4 legs. How many tails does a dog have? 1 tail. So you can see how some animals can be similar. Cat and a dog are very similar. They have the same number of legs and the same number of tails. But what about if we think about some other animals? How about octopus? How about an octopus? Very good example. Octopus, O-C-T-U-P-U-S. Octopus. Now, how many legs does an octopus have? 0 legs. An octopus has 8, what we call tentacles. Yes, T-E-N-T-A-C-L-E-S. So octopus, no legs, 8 tentacles. How many tails? 0, yes, an octopus doesn't have any tails. Now, let's look at another type of animal that we might see in the sky sometimes, birds. Who can give me an example of a bird? Flamingo. Yes, we can choose flamingo. F-L-A-M-I-N-G-O. Flamingo. So, how many legs for the flamingo? 2 legs. How many wings does a flamingo have? 2 wings. And how about its mouth? The mouth of a bird is called a beak. Okay, so how many beaks does a flamingo have? 1 beak. So, okay, guys, we've got 3 different sets of animals on the board. Cat, dog, 4 legs, and 1 tail. So we can see how even though they're different animals, they're still very similar. But then we move on to other types of animals like octopus. No legs, no tails, 8 tentacles. So look at that. Look at the difference between an octopus and a cat, or an octopus and a dog. Whereas the cat and dog are very similar, the cat, dog, and octopus, very different. And then our next animal we looked at, flamingo. Is an octopus and a flamingo familiar? No, they're very different. They're not similar. How many legs for a flamingo? 2 legs. How many legs for an octopus? 0. How many tentacles does an octopus have? How many does a flamingo? None. How many wings does a flamingo have? 2. How many for an octopus? 0. So you can see the differences between different types of animals. Now, Does anybody else notice anything about the three types of animals? Cats and dogs, octopus, flamingo. Where can we find these animals? Cats and dogs can be found around us where we live. So we call them land animals. Yes, animals that can be found on land. L-A-N-D. All together, guys, land animals. Yes. Now, our next animal, octopus. Can we find the octopus on land? In the sea. Excellent. So you see, the next category of animals that we can look at, sea animals. S-E-A. And you'll notice how the animals that live in the sea are very different from the animals that live on land. And then our third category, the flamingo. Where will you see the flamingo sometimes? In the sky, or we can say air. But we give the types of animals that we can see flying in the sky a particular name, beginning with B. Birds, yes. B-I-R-D-S. So, birds, we can say, live in the sky. Or we can call them air animals. So even though all of the different things on the board here are animals, we can see how we can put them into different categories. One more time, guys. Cats, dogs, land animals. Who can think of another land animal? A cow. Excellent. How many legs does a cow have? How many tails? You see how they're near enough the same because they live in the same sort of place. But how about the octopus? Can anybody think of any different sea animals? What type of? Shark, dolphin, very good, or fish. And then for birds that live in the sky, anything other than the flamingo? Any other different types of birds? Flamingo, or maybe something like eagle. Yes, we can see eagles that are birds that fly in the sky. So what we've got coming up now is we've got a PowerPoint presentation that can show us how the different types of animals live in different types of habitats based on land, sea, and air. So let's turn to look at the TV screen, please, guys. So let's take a look at our PowerPoint presentation about animals. Introduction. And now, on this slide, guys, you can see a picture of some different animals. Who can tell me what this is? Lion. And then we have monkey. And then this one is not lion. Tiger. Yes, this is the lion. You can tell the lion with its big mane of hair. And then tiger. This is snake, giraffe, crocodile, another monkey, elephant, kangaroo, zebra. Yes, you can see. Looks like a horse, but it's got stripes. So we say zebra. And hippo. So what type of animals are these? Are these air animals? No. Are these sea animals? No. They are land animals. You can see all of these animals live on land. Even the crocodile or the snake that can sometimes go in water like we can, but we live on land. There are many different types of animals on planet Earth. Yes, hundreds, maybe thousands of different types. And do they all look the same? No. As we've learned earlier, all animals are different. Some are similar, but some are different. And let's take a look at the different types. Animals can be many different shapes and sizes too. Look at all these different animals. Are they the same?
No.
What animal is this? Panda. And how about this one? A bird. What type of bird? Parrot. Now, do the panda and the parrot look the same? No, they look very different. So it shows the range of different animals we have on planet Earth. Now, we'll take a look at the first category of animals. Land animals.
Land animal.
Yes, and in the picture, what can we see?
Elephant.
Elephants. Elephants are land animals. They live on land. How many legs?
4 legs.
How many tails?
1.
Yes. And what do we call the big long nose that the animal has, the elephant has? Can we remember? The big long nose begins with T. Trunk. Yes. And then the 2 sharp, pointy things either sides of the trunk are tusks. Yes. So elephants are an example of land animal. Let's take a look at some others. What can we see? Tigers. Yes. How do we know they're tigers? You can see their stripes. But even the tigers, do them tigers both look the same? No. What's different? Colour. Yes. You see, we have one white tiger and we have one orange tiger. The white tiger is a Siberian tiger. And then we have the other tiger. So you can see, even within the same species of animals, they can be different. Then we have monkeys. How many monkeys can you see? 3 monkeys. And there's lots of different types of monkeys. But where do monkeys live? On land. Yes, that's why they're known as land animals. How about this animal? Kangaroo. Now, do you know what's special about the kangaroo? Yes, it has a pouch in its front. You can see this is a mummy kangaroo, and here is the baby kangaroo. And the mummy kangaroo has a pouch to keep its young in the front. Now, where do kangaroos live? On land. They are land animals. Now, does anybody know this animal? Rhino, yes, but the full name, rhinoceros. Yes, the full name of this animal, rhinoceros, but we shorten it to rhino. Now, what's special about the rhinoceros? What can you see at the front of the rhinoceros? One big, massive horn. Yes, every rhino has a horn at the front. And this is what makes it different from other animals. Where does the rhino live? On land, yes. So, it's another example of land animals. You can see here, the ground it's walking on is land. But next, not land animals, sea animals. And where do sea animals live?
In the sea.
In the sea, exactly. And one of the best examples of sea animals are fish. How many fish can you see? Lots, yes. We can't count. Are they all the same?
No.
What's different about them? Color, size, shape. You can see they're all very different. Here we have a yellow fish that's quite round. Here is an orange fish that's quite long. And then a smaller green and black striped fish. So lots of different types. Now, we heard about this animal earlier, octopus. Octopus is an example of sea animal. It lives in the sea. Who can remember what these things are called? Octopuses don't have arms or legs. Tentacles. Well done. How many? 8. And can you see on the tentacles, you see these round objects here? They're suckers. The octopus can grab things and suck them by using these suction pads all over their tentacles. That's how octopuses can move and stick onto things. Next one. Dolphin. Yes. Now we've met the dolphin already. Where does the dolphin live? In water or in the sea. So that means it's a sea animal. Can the dolphin live on land? No. What would happen if the dolphin was on land? It would die, yes, because it's not used to living on land. It's a sea animal. And here, does anybody know this animal? Seahorse. Notice why it's called a seahorse. What does it look like a little bit? Looks like a horse, but it lives in the sea. So we call seahorse. And then at the bottom, you can see its tail here. Where does the seahorse live? In the sea. And here, a giant animal. Does anybody know what this is? Whale. Yes. Look at the size of the whale. Huge. This picture is of a type of whale called a blue whale. The blue whale is the biggest creature on planet Earth. This is the biggest animal on the planet. Nothing is bigger. This whale is bigger than our school. It's absolutely huge and lives in the sea. The biggest animal on planet Earth is the blue whale. Where does it live? In the sea. So it's a sea creature or sea animal. And then we have, not flamingo, birds. We say air animals, but really they're not air animals because we have a special word for them. That word is birds. Yes. Animals that can live in the air by flying, we call birds. And here is an example of some air animals. These are birds. And I'm not sure, I think they are geese. But what about this bird? Eagle. Yes, a very well-known type of bird. And what do you notice about the air animals, the birds? What do they have that allows them to fly? Wings, yes. Very important for birds. Anything that flies needs wings. Does it have arms? No. It has legs. Birds have legs. But instead of arms, what do they have? Wings. And then its mouth we call beak. The mouth of a bird is a beak that it uses for pecking. And here, what can we see? The colourful type of bird we learned about earlier. Parrot. Yes. And you can see lots of pretty colours on the parrot. How many wings does the parrot have? 2. Yes. All birds have 2 wings. If they only had 1 wing, they'd fly around in circles. So they need 2. And here we have seagull. Now this is, be careful, even though it's called seagull, it doesn't live in the sea, it lives near the sea. It's an example of a bird, but because it lives near the sea, it's called seagull. How many legs? How many wings? How many beaks? 1. You see, that's the characteristic of birds. 2 legs, 2 wings, and 1 beak. Almost all birds have them, and also a tail. Now, for the biggest birds on the planet. Has anybody ever heard of condor? This is the biggest bird on the planet. Its wingspan is huge, about 3 to 4 meters. If a condor was in our classroom, 1 wing would be at one door and the other wing would be at the wall here. It would stretch right across our classroom. And what type of animal is a condor? A bird. How many legs? How many wings? How many beaks? One beak. The characteristics of all birds. So we can see, guys, how the different animals can be categorized depending on where they live. Land animals, sea animals, air animals, also known as birds. Any questions? Okay, guys, that was excellent. Well done. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the PowerPoint presentation so they can begin to understand about the different types of animals and how we can categorize them based on where they can be found. Land animals on land, sea animals in the sea, and birds flying in the air. And we've got a flash exercise coming up for our students to practice further. But for now, guys, it's time for our stretch sequence. Let's stand up and push in our chairs. And for this sequence, we'll have a game of Teacher Says. So listen carefully. Teacher says, hands on head. Teacher says, touch your knees. Teacher says, touch your toes. Stand up straight. Teacher says, stand up straight. Teacher says, arms in the air. Arms down. Teacher says, one arm up, one arm down. Teacher says, swap. Teacher says, swap. Swap. Teacher says, arms by your side. Stands on one leg. Teacher never said. Teacher says, stands on one leg. Teacher says, swap legs. Teacher says, swap again. Swap again. Teacher says, stand up straight. Teacher says, turn around. Teacher says, back the other way. And back the other way. Teacher says, into a ball. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Teacher says, jump. Excellent, guys. Have a seat. And now we've got a flash activity for our students to practice naming and writing the names of animals according to their correct habitats. So first of all, we need our 3 different categories on the board, guys. Where do land animals live? On land, exactly. L, A, N, D. Now, next question, where do sea animals live? Sea animals live in the sea. S, E, A. And then, where can we find birds? Where do birds live? In the air. A, I, R. Okay, so all together, guys, land for land animals, sea, sea animals, air for birds. What we'll do now, and what you need to do, teachers, is print out the flash sheets for this lesson. And what we'll do is give each student one of the flash sheets with the animal. Students need to come forward, speak the name of the animal, place it in the correct column, and then write the name of the animal too. So first thing to do, guys, let's close our eyes. First animal is where? Let's see, who can do the first? Okay, so Prel has the first flashcard. Prel, can you bring your flashcard to the front of class? Okay. Dolphin. Now, is the dolphin an air animal?
Sea animal.
Sea animal. Yes, we can see here. Even though it's jumping out of the sea, it will soon be going back in. So we can say, Plow, dolphin, sea animal. But now, how do we correctly spell dolphin, guys? O, L, D, O, L, P, H, I, N. Excellent. Very well done. So we can all say together, guys, dolphin, sea animal. Proud, that was excellent. High five, big round of applause for Proud, please, guys. So teachers, you can see the activity that we're doing. You can pause the video now and do the same activity in your class for around the next 10 minutes. And remember, use a different student for each flashcard and then have the class practice speaking together. So, next flashcard, guys, let's close our eyes. And now the flashcard is with Net. So Net, can you bring your animal forward, please? What animal does Net have on his flashcard? Tiger. How many? 2 tigers. Remember, plural. Now, where does the tigers live? Land animal. So Net, can we place it in the correct category? Excellent. And then we'll ask Net to spell tiger or tigers. T-I-G-E-R. S. Because there's 2, we can say tigers. Well done. So you can add the S at the end. Excellent. So we can say tigers, land animals. Net, can you say tigers, land animal? Excellent. High five and a big round of applause for Net, please, guys. So now, next flashcard. And now the flashcard is with Chew. So Chew, can you bring your flashcard to the front? And what can we see, guys? How many? 3 monkeys. Where do monkeys live? Monkeys live on land, so they are land animal. So Chew, what do you think? Which column? Nope. Land animals. Yes. Not quite. We can place it here. There we go. This column here. Okay, and now we'll help Chew to spell the word monkeys. M-O-N-K-E-Y. Monkey. And then at the end, S. Monkeys. And we can say, guys, monkeys, land animals. Excellent, Chew. Well done. High five. Big round of applause for Chew. Let's see who can do this one. And now the flashcard is with Bang Pon. So let's see what animal Bang Pon has on his flashcard. What can we see, guys? What animal? Remember, with the big horn at the front. Can we remember the animal? Rhino, yes. Really, its name is rhinoceros, but we shorten it to rhino. Now, what type of animal is rhino? Is it an air animal? Sea animal? Land animal. So once again, Bang Pon, we can place in this column here. Now, let's help Bang Pon to write the name rhino. R-H-I-N-O. Rhino. Excellent. So can we say, guys, rhino, land animal. Excellent. High five and a big round of applause for Bang Pon, guys. So we have 3 land animals already. Rhino, tigers, and monkeys. Let's see what our next land animal. Our next animal is with down. So down, bring it forward, please. Can we remember from the PowerPoint what animal down has on their flashcards? Octopus, yes. And where does the octopus live?
Sea.
Octopus is a sea animal. So can you place it in the correct category? And now we'll help down to write octopus. O-C-T-O-P-U-S. Octopus. Excellent. So all together, guys, octopus, sea animal, because it lives in the sea. Dan, that was excellent. High five. Big round of applause for Dan, please, guys. And now for our next one. So Pat can bring his animal to the front of class. What animal does Pat have on his flashcard? What animal can we see, guys?
Eagle.
Eagle. Okay, now what type of animal is an eagle? Land animal? Air animal, or we call a bird. All birds are air animals. And we spell eagle E-A-G-L-E. So we can say eagle, air animal. Pat, that was excellent. High five. Big round of applause for Pat, please, guys. And we've still got a few left, so let's see who's next. Now it's for Lakgao. So what type of animal does Lakgao have? Anybody remember what type of animal? Seahorse. Yes, you see, it looks a little bit like a horse, but where does it live? In the sea. So we call seahorse. And of course, seahorse is a sea animal. So how do we spell seahorse, guys? S-E-A-H-O-R-S-E. So all together we can say seahorse, sea animal. Excellent. Well done, Lakgao. That was brilliant. And now, big round of applause for Lakgao. Next one is for Nadia. So Nadia, can you bring your animal forward to the front of class? And Nadia has a parrot. Yes. Now what type of animal is a parrot? A parrot is a bird, and the bird lives in the air. Excellent. So Nadia, you can place in the air. And how do we spell parrot? P-A-R-R-O-T. Excellent. So we can say parrot, air animal. Excellent. High five and a big round of applause for Nadia, guys. And our final flashcard for our final student. And the final flashcard is with Pak Bung. Pak Bung, what animal do you have on your flashcards? We have seagull. Now be careful, a seagull is not a sea animal. What type of animal is a seagull? It's a bird. And where do birds live? In the air. Air animals and birds means the same thing. So Pak Bung, can you place it in the correct column? And then we'll help Pak Bung to spell seagull. So first of all, C, S-E-A, and then G-U-L-L. Seagull is an example of air animal. And Pak Bung, that was excellent. High five and a big round of applause for Pak Bung. So now we've got all of our pictures and our vocabulary on the board. Let's practice speaking one more time. Land animals. Rhino. Tigers. Monkeys. Sea animals. Dolphin. Octopus. Seahorse. And then air animals, which we also know as birds. Seagull. Eagle. Parrot. Excellent, guys. That was very well done. And now it's time for our worksheet part of the lesson. So teachers, make sure your students all get their own worksheet. And what they need to do is they need to read each of the animals in the word box. And then based on where they live, write them into the correct category. We have land animals for animals on land, sea animals for animals in the sea, and air animals for animals that live in the air. And give our students around 10 minutes for this activity and help them with anything they need. So, Chu, this one's for you. You're welcome. Pat, for you. Nadia, for you. Net, here's yours. Down for you. Plow for you. Pakbung for you. Bangpon for you. And Lakgao. Okay, guys, so names on top first, and then have a look at the different animals in the word box. Then, depending on where they live, you already have some examples here. For example, find monkeys or monkey. We know the monkey lives on land. But then other animals live in the sea, and some animals live in the air. And if you need any help, let me know. Excellent, Pakbung. Land animal, dog. Shark lives in the sea. Excellent, well done. So based on their habitats, habitat is a word we give to the place where something lives. Like the habitat of a dog is land. The habitat of a shark is the sea. And the habitat of a parrot is the air. Ostrich. What do we think? Yes. A whale. Remember from the PowerPoint, the biggest animal on the planet. The blue whale, yes. Or the whale lives in the sea. A whale, a big whale as big as this school. Huge. Ostrich. What type of animal is an ostrich? It's a bird. Condor, no. Condor is the biggest bird on the planet. It lives in the air. So how about an elephant, Pat? Where does the elephant live? Does an elephant live in the sea? Bear, yes. Bear on land. The big bear lives on land. Condor, this one here, condor, the biggest bird on the planet. So it's an air animal. Ostrich is a bird. Whale, the biggest animal on the planet, lives in the sea. Welcome back to class. We hope your students enjoyed the worksheet activity where they had to read the names of the different animals and then place them in the correct column by writing their name based on land animals, sea animals, or air animals. And remember, the name for air animals we use is birds. And that's the end of today's lesson. So we hope you've enjoyed our introduction to animals and how we can categorize them based on the different places they live. And we'll see you again soon for the next lesson. So can we turn to wave and say goodbye, guys? Goodbye. Bye-bye. See you again soon.